Hello, everyone. Megan McCann here, co-host and co-creator of Soul Success, and I am so thrilled to have this lady with us here today. She is coming all the way from the UK as part of our international speaker group. Woohoo! We have with us speaker, author, coach, entrepreneur. I mean, she does everything. Misfit to Maven, Ebony Allard. How are you?
I'm really well. Thank you. Hi.
Hello. And our time zones are way different.
Yes, they are. I
What's
mean, you're already 7 hours, and so I'm used to kind of doing 8 hours. 7 hours is great.
That's
It's
great.
easy.
And it's just so amazing. My team and I were talking about our list of talented speakers, and I think about half of them are traveling overseas. And it's just so amazing to have women like you who are so mission aligned that you're willing to take the trip across the pond to come be with us in Santa Barbara. So, Ebony, I would love for you to introduce yourself and what you do.
Thanks, Megan. I am a misfit turned maven, and so people always ask me, okay, well, what does that mean? You know, it sounds good, but what
I
does that
love
mean?
this. I love it.
And a misfit is someone who doesn't feel like they fit in. Like they feel like they are different in some way, that they don't belong. They've always been slightly like maybe you're the black sheep of your family, maybe you see things differently, maybe you just never quite fit in. And again, it's slightly different from being a rebel because a rebel is a choice. A misfit is like something we just inherently feel inside of us. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I love that you have that distinction because I think people often put those two in the same category.
Yeah, me too. And for me, the people that I meet, when they hear my story, when they read my book, when they kind of see the work that I'm doing in the world, they're like, oh my God, you're different. And there's nothing wrong with, you know, the coaching world is the coaching world. And I love being shiny, inspirational, light working people. And for some people, that's really great. And for some people, when they see me wearing black with my tattoos, keeping it really real, with a slightly different story, that's the bit there. They're like, oh my God, you're different. You're like me. And
Mm.
that's what I needed. I needed something like that. And I didn't realize that when we take ownership of those things that make us different, when we take ownership of the things that have made us feel separate or alienated or different than or others, we actually embrace them. When we embrace our shadows and stand in that difference, then we become a maven. We become an expert by experience, and our people can see us, find us, and gravitate towards us.
Yes. Oh, I love this conversation because and again, like when we met and you were talking about misfit and feeling like you never fit in, and then especially in the coaching world, like that's my story too. And we all have shadows. We all have things that we're proud of and we're not proud of. And I think for you to be a woman of influence, to give other women in permission, and men too, permission that it's okay to be yourself. You don't have to fit within a certain box. And I think that way of thinking held me back so much in my business because I looked at other people who were thriving and I told myself, well, I could never be them. I could never be them because I'm different. And it's so important that we embrace our unique gifts and our unique personality rather than having this culture that tells us that we should be ashamed because, we don't look like the perfect Instagram models or the people on TV and we don't talk that way. It's like, let's take on a new lens and really own who we are. And so I love this conversation, Ebony. Thank you. Thank you.
My pleasure. Like, and stepping into that place is so important. I remember for such a long time, I would look at people doing yoga, and they all were tall and skinny with no boobs, and I would like go to their classes, and they would instruct, and I would be like, but, but, but what do I do? And they were like, oh, you just do this. But they didn't have any experience of it because that wasn't their reality. And so when I first went to a class and I found a bigger woman who had, boobs, and she would give instructions of like what to do with your boobs or like how to twist different or how to breathe in this space. And all of a sudden I was like, oh my God, I found my people. Thank you. Like, thank you for sharing your
Yes.
experience because now I can relate, right?
Yes. Oh, I love
And
this.
so if you're watching this and you're like, but I'm just different. No one's going to want to like listen to what I say, or like, why would anyone think anything I'm thinking or saying or trying to create is useful? I promise you there's someone out there waiting for you to share your voice, for you to show up, for you to give them permission, for you to lead the way so that they can come to you and say, thank you. And, you know, I get to work with people that I adore because they are the people that really value and respect and see who I am. But I had to do that first. And that's the journey that I've been on, like stepping into letting go of imposter syndrome, letting go of not good enough, letting go of trying to be something I'm not, and like all of that stuff. It's so much of the embracing our shadows work is first of all about awareness, like seeing ourselves for who we are, seeing ourselves with that kind of witness or observer, like as an other might see you, but instead of putting yourself down, seeing the gifts and the skills and the qualities that someone else might revere or want to be drawn to.
I love that. And I love the whole yoga story because, you know, I'm a yoga teacher and I avoided yoga for the longest time because I looked at all of the instructors and they were all beautiful ballerinas, gymnasts, and they could distort their bodies in these ways that I never could. I am, you know, a little bit awkward sometimes. I fall, I stumble, I'm not flexible. Yet I let that story of me not looking or moving like them hold me back from what I really wanted to do. And finally one day I just said, you know what, I don't even care anymore because this is what makes me feel like me. And if people don't want to follow me because I can't do the splits, they can go find a different class.
You know what, there's plenty of people that want to show off and do the splits, right?
But so many people
and those aren't the classes that are interesting. Like the classes are interesting when you have a dorky teacher who like tells you how awkward they are, because then you're like, oh, okay, so it's safe for me to be here. And all any of us want to know is that we're safe, that it's safe for us to be ourselves.
Exactly. And I can't tell you how many times people have come up to me, and yoga to me, I mean, like the metaphor and the analogy, I think it makes a lot of sense for just people in general and how we operate. So take this as you will, but I have so many people who come up to me in my classes and they say, thank you so much, because I have always avoided yoga because I'm scared to meditate. I'm scared to be alone with my thoughts. I'm scared because I think that I'm not doing it the right way. And I just say there is no one right way to do anything. You just own who you are and you embrace it and you do what makes you feel good.
Yeah, and have fun. Like I see people taking it so seriously. And, you know, for me, like my background's also in yoga. I trained as a teacher. You know, I've never loved teaching, but I love the metaphors, and I love that it gave me a physical experience of what it's like to go to your edge and breathe into it. There's so many metaphors around yoga that are the same as living, as being in an intimate relationship, as being in business. And why I love this retreat, or the retreats that you're putting on, is that you're mixing those things together, right? So we can hear from speakers and then we can embody it, we can feel it. And if you're someone who is watching this, you're like, I want to come, but I'm scared of the yoga. Well, you've got two of us that you can come and look at, and just look at us, and we'll keep an eye on you. Like, do your thing, have fun, like be some friends. Do it how you do it, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, at the last summit, we had women who had, I don't know, about 50 mats all over the place. And people were just, some were in child's pose, some were in down dog, some were just sitting down and just embracing the meditation piece. And I think that's how we get to look at life, is we don't all fit within one box. And so let's stop trying to pretend like we have to be people that we aren't. And let's, if you want to take a child's pose when everybody else is in plank, do it. Like you don't have to follow the direction of the entire class. You get to follow the beat to your own drum. And that really is one of the biggest pieces of soul success, is really embracing our own unique gifts and locking arms together, because the reality is we can't do it alone. And the more that, Ebony, you share your story of, and I know you've got a really deep story, which we haven't even scratched the surface on, which I'm so excited to hear in Santa Barbara, because it's very beautiful. But the more that you share your story and your journey, the more you give other women permission that, hey, it's okay. My journey is different and it's perfect the way that it is. And we get to lean on each other as resources to access our highest potential. So thank you for being a conduit of that.
Thank you. And I'm really excited to come to Santa Barbara and to tell that story and to share it, and it's one of those things, like I have so many people say, it's so easy, right? For people to look at you and look at the success and say, but it was easy for you. And it's almost funny and fun for me now to go, no, it wasn't. No. Just you wait till I tell you the whole story, and I get to talk about homelessness and living in my car and mental health issues and anxiety and like all of the stuff, and say, you know what, if I can do that, if I can go on that journey, and if I can learn to embrace all of those dark places that I went and see them as opportunities, see them as lessons, see them as things that have enabled me to connect to the most incredible people in the world, then so can you. And no matter where you are right now, you can have that 6 figures if that's what you want. If you want constant income, if you want stability, if you want to travel, if you want to be able to like fly across the world and speak to a group of women, all of it's available to you. And I am really, really looking forward to sharing my story and inspiring others to really step into that power.
Beautiful. Yes, I can't wait. So if you're watching and you're thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, I want to give Ebony a hug in person, because that's what I'm thinking. Virtual hug. You're so far, but you won't be in a few months. So if you would like to follow Ebony to the Soul Success Summit, now remind me which weekend you're speaking at.
The 30th of March. First one.
So if you would like to join her March 30th and 31st in beautiful Santa Barbara, just steps from the beach at the Narrative Loft, you go to thesoulsuccesssummit.com and enter Ebony's first and last name. You get $100 off your ticket. Oh yeah. Would you mind sharing with us the proper spelling so they know what to put in?
Yes. It's Ebony Allard, which is EBONIE, and then Allard is ALLARD, and I think it just came up as I spoke, like on the screen. Can you see that? I don't know if it's recording it. If I hover over, it's there. But yeah.
Awesome. Beautiful. And just as a reminder, it's a 2-day retreat, yoga, meditation. We have speakers flying in from all over the world to share their gifts. We have a wine reception. There will be healthy food served. I mean, we're just jam-packing so much greatness into a weekend, and we would love to have you guys there. So if you have any questions or anything at all, please visit the website, or you can contact us at info@thesoulsuccesssummit.com. Now, Ebony, if people want to get a hold of you to learn more about your services and what you do, what's the best way they can reach you?
If you go to ebonyallard.com, that's the simplest. And if you come find me on Instagram, that is my favorite place to hang out. If you DM me, I will reply. I always do. Come and just have a chat with me. And if you're like, but your age is away and I want to work with you and hang out, I'm going to come in a few days early so that people can come and chat with me. And there's a couple of slots available to just have some sessions and hang out and do VIP days. So I will be around early.
Awesome. I love it. Well, again, thank you so much. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I can't wait to see you very soon.
So excited.
All right. Bye, darling.
Bye.